Automating creativity sounds like the most sinister idea that you could possibly come up with, really, doesn't it?
Automation has long been integral to changes in technology, industry, and society. The past few years have seen a resurgence of interest in automation, largely focusing on emerging forms of digital technology that employ artificial intelligence, machine learning, and big data. In part, this has been driven by a widespread fear that we're moving towards a society where jobs that are currently done by humans are soon likely to be accomplished more efficiently by machines. These fears are supported by several high-profile reports which estimate that between 47% and 80% of current jobs could be automated out of existence over the next 20 years. While automation has historically been associated with technology that conducts routine and repetitive tasks, these reports argue that advancements in machine learning and artificial intelligence mean that in the near future, many creative roles are likely to become automated.
Automation should perhaps be a way of replacing human drudgery with more useful and helpful machines. Unfortunately, we know that isn't how it works, and the machines have not actually done what we hoped they would do, which was do all the work for us while we spent our time sipping martinis.
Now increasingly in the digital period of automation, the processes of working out what to do or how to make a decision are, if you like, delegated from what used to be human-authored activities to machines.
Creativity is a really dangerous term because it has been seized in recent years by a particular turn in political ideology which masquerades as an economics and which most of us know as neoliberalism. The idea of creativity in those terms is the ability of human agents inside massively automated symbol manipulation systems to provide unexpected, unpredictable, new things.
If you understand any system as something that automatically repeats itself as a default, but then has the capacity for emergence and differentiation, then there's no need to restrict creativity to the human species. I mean, in many ways, that's what evolution displays over a long period of time.
The thing about technology is that it's man-made and somebody had to program it to work in a specific way. And so it tends to be that it's been programmed to do something that they expect you to want to do. In a standard situation, that's great. That's why your smartphone will take a well-exposed photo, but it's doing everything for you. I wouldn't call myself a creative photographer if I was doing that. The technology is sort of working for you to a point of you almost becoming redundant.
All the real invention that happened in computing and digital culture happened prior to 2000. And since then, we have been locked into increasingly standardized forms such as HTML, TCP/IP, MPEG, JPEG, and the other standardized protocols and formats that dominate the software and the hardware that we use.
In the modern era of automation, various complex technological systems carry our cultures forward. Our media, for instance, are crucial places for the transition, the passage of our culture, for the exploration of our values, for their renewal or for their modification.
Time saving is definitely what are the main benefit of automation right now, or at least that's like where the lowest fruit is hanging.
It's taken a task that would have taken me about a day to do entirely down to about half an hour.
I think we're starting to see more and more automation also playing a role in the creative process itself.
I'm able to produce work which simply wasn't possible 20, 30 years ago because of the tools that I have available to me.
Automation can actually make your work process more fun because you can get all the boring stuff out of the way, so you can focus on actually what is important, the creativity, making something that's new.
There's definitely a politics to automation. There's a politics to technology. The politics is informed by gender. And I think that if we are constantly labeling our automated objects to be feminine for very specific reasons, then that follows cultural hegemonies that have lasted for centuries.
The capacities of computers are not the same as human capacity, and the project for machine learning is not to imitate human decision making, it's to maximise the capacities of computers to process data at very high speeds, and then to go through a process of statistically projecting that into possible futures in order to deduce certain kinds of propositions about what might happen next.
What's so disturbing about the machine-to-machine communication that is increasingly dominant, and especially in finance, is the fact that those algorithms don't care whether human beings live or die. They are programmed to make profit, that is all they do. They don't particularly want to save the environment or create wealth or anything else. They create profit. It's a very, very different thing.